What is up, guys? Thank you for watching JGTechBlog, and for today's video we have the LG Stylo 4, one of the best phones that have come out to Metro PCS. So this model right here that I have, it is actually the follow-up to the LG Stylo 3 Plus, which is also from Metro PCS. The Cricket model is also going to be coming out, and the Boost model. So without further ado, let's go ahead, and this is the first confirmed specs directly from LG, and I'm going to share all these specs with you guys and my opinion and what I think about this new phone that just came out. Alright, so first of all, let's go ahead and just talk about what I see in terms of the design. So if you guys can see here, the previous model had a big LG stamp down at the bottom. From what I can see, this right here is a 6.2 full vision display, so meaning this is 18:9 ratio, and what that means is that they actually cut out a lot of the bezels down at the bottom and the top, so to increase the size of the display. So now when you're watching a video, usually they're 16:9, so 18:9, meaning when you go into landscape mode and you're watching a movie, you're watching a video, it's going to be a little bit larger. Many of the videos are right now, they're not really 18:9, so it might cut out from the sides, but many of the apps have now been doing a good job in actually implementing it where it just scales it a little bit larger so you can see it more in full vision display. So now that right there is the biggest difference so far that I see between the previous LG Stylo models and the LG Stylo 4. The stylus pen that it has with the Stylo 4 is a little bit more advanced than the previous models, and the stylus pen is most likely going to be from the bottom, because looking at the picture, by the way, we don't have the actual model, but as soon as I have the actual model in hand, I'll be doing a video. So make sure you subscribe to be notified when that comes up. But if you see right here, you don't have a stylus pen at the top, and looking at this photo right here as well, you have two antennas, but you don't have a headphone jack or a stylus pen at the top. So most likely it's going to be at the bottom. Looking at the color, so this is going to give you a glossy feeling, and I'm thinking this is more going to be like the Galaxy S8 or S9. And it's not going to be a removable battery. The reason I say that is because of the curve that you can see at the bottom. Let me see if I can give you a clearer picture. Yeah, so right here, if you can see, there's a curve down at the bottom, and this is the same type of curve that I've seen, like again, the S8, the Galaxy S8 and the S9. So, and there's no place to pop up. So I could be wrong once this comes out, but I'm 80% sure this is going to be an unremovable battery, and that's another big difference between the previous Stylo models, because a lot of people want the removable battery, but in this case they seem like it's not going to be possible, and you're just going to have to stick with the battery that you have. So the color that we have is glossy black, and it seems like there's a titanium gray at the top where the antennas are. So let's go ahead and look at a little bit more of the features they have. And it's a 13 megapixel PDAF rear, meaning it's going to autofocus automatic much faster than previous models. The front camera is 5 megapixels wide angle, and they also have a little bit more features now. So they have a fast moving capture mode. If you want to get a shot of a car moving really fast, or somebody's on a bike or anything like that, you can go into that mode and it gets you a more clear shot. And then you have artificial intelligence inside the camera, and what this does is, if you guys are familiar with Bixby, so with the Samsung feature is when you take a photo of, let's say, the Eiffel Tower, it'll tell you more information about it, basically tell you the history of it, etc., etc. And they're going to add this feature now to the LG Stylo 4. Going to the sound, you have the DTS surround audio sound, and this is going to be delivering a much more louder and rich surround sound with less distortion, so when you're watching a video or playing games or just listening to some music. Now, looking at the features, the specifications of the phone, we have a processor that's a 1.8 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon octa-core. It's going to be running Android 8.1 Oreo straight out of the box. The battery's increased. The previous battery was 3,089 milliamp hours, and this is going to be 3,300. The display of the screen increased. The camera is somewhat similar, except to have, like I said, better focus and the artificial intelligence that tells you what it is. Here's another big difference, the connectivity, as you can see here. So it's at 600 megahertz. So the difference of that is that it's going to give you a much better reception than the previous models. So if you're usually in like the elevator, for example, and you're not getting that much connection, or maybe you're in a place where there's a lot of spotty connections, with this one you'll be able to get a little bit more, a little bit better connection than the previous models with Metro PCS and other carriers. And last but not least, you have internal memory of 32 gigabytes of ROM, and what's usable is 20 gigs. The previous model had about 21 or 22 gigabytes of usable memory, and this model is going to be only 20 gigs that's usable. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't increase the RAM. It's only at 2 gigs instead of 3 gigs or 4 gigs at least, but I'm hoping they can make up for that in the price. Most likely this phone is going to be coming out at that same price range as the previous model, which is around maybe $219 or $199, and then later on go down to like $179. All right, so last but not least, the price, we don't have it confirmed yet, but it's most likely going to be around the $200 range. And the release date, so far we're looking at it coming out in June 29th at Metro PCS. And again, they're also going to have the same model, if not a little bit different at Boost. There you guys have it. Make sure you subscribe so you can be notified when I upload the other videos and the full review for this phone. Give this video a thumbs up if you're interested in getting the STYLO 4 and you're looking to get it from Metro PCS. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one.